work surface on which sterile equipment and supplies are set up and handled near a treatment site. To prepare a sterile field, begin by checking the expiration date on the sterile packaging. Look for punctures, tears, stains, and evidence of moisture. Then apply personal protective equipment as needed according to your agency's policy. Perform hand hygiene. Select a clean, flat, dry work surface above waist level. To prepare a sterile field from a drape, place the package containing the sterile drape on a flat, dry surface. Open the outside cover. Grasp the folded top edge of the drape with the fingertips of one hand. Gently lift the drape from its wrapper without allowing it to touch anything. Let the drape unfold, holding it away from your body and keeping it above your waist and the work surface. With your other hand, carefully discard the wrapper. Then grasp the adjacent corner of the drape and hold it straight over your intended work surface. Position the bottom half of the drape over the top half of the work surface. Then allow the top half of the drape to cover the bottom half of the work surface, creating a flat, sterile field for placement of sterile supplies. Remember that the outer 1-inch perimeter of the drape is not considered sterile, and you can touch this border without wearing gloves. To prepare a sterile field from a sterile linen-wrapped package, begin by placing the package on your work surface. Prepare to unwrap both layers by first opening the outside cover and removing the package. Place the package on your work surface. Grasp the outer surface of the tip of the outermost flap. Open the flap away from your body, keeping your arm outstretched and away from the sterile field. Then grasp the outside surface of the edge of the first side flap. Open the flap by pulling it to the side and allowing it to lie flat on your work surface. Be sure to keep your arm to the side and not over the sterile surface. Now open the second side flap the same way. Again, watch your arm. Don't allow it to extend over the sterile surface. Next, grasp the outside border of the last innermost flap. Stand away from the sterile package and pull the flap back, allowing it to fall onto your work surface. Now the opened package wrapper is ready to serve as a sterile field. To maintain the sterile field, remember these principles. A sterile object remains sterile only if objects that touch it are also sterile. A sterile object becomes contaminated when touched by any non-sterile object. If your hands or a sterile object drop below waist level, both are considered contaminated. A sterile field becomes contaminated if moisture permeates the field. To help maintain the sterile field, avoid reaching across a sterile field. Never turn your back on a sterile field, and never leave the room after the sterile field has been set up. Throughout the procedure, observe for any break in the sterile field. If a break occurs, set up a new sterile field.